Well, you see, I just moved to Spokane, Washington. The entire shop got packed up and hasn't quite gotten unpacked. And as you can see, it is quite a mess. Now, this is only my second workshop, so I'm not really an expert in any way, shape, or form on how it should be set up, what my workflow is even going to be, and how to best utilize the space. I have a ragtag team of tools and a lot of projects to do. Now, of course, one thing I'm going to have to contend with is the water heater and central air systems. They take up quite a bit of wall real estate in here. I suppose we should get to some cleaning up. Alright, figured we'd take a break and check out some mail that I got. Whoop. My very first compass plane. What we got here? And oh, interesting. It's a little beat up. That's going to require some research. There's something I have wanted to work with for quite a while. Cut nails. Now, cut nails were pretty popular, especially in the 1800s. All bad. You can get these from Tools for Working Wood. They're based out in New York City. They have a brick and mortar store there, but you can get stuff delivered. All right. So we've got this Union compass plane. Pretty beat up. This thing is going to need some really serious derusting. A lot of cleanup work, but I think it will clean up. It looks mechanically sound. Wanted one of these for quite a while. Yeah, there we go. That is going to go on the restoration pile. And this little bugger, I'm going to guess, is also Union. It actually does not say anywhere immediately obvious, but I have my ways of finding out. Don't know what we're going to use this for just yet. Alright, I think it's pretty obvious that there's a lot of work to do to get this shop up and running. I'm definitely a ways away from being able to start on any projects in here. I don't even have my chisels unpacked. So, why don't we make this into a series? There's some things we're going to have to figure out in order to get this shop set up. We're going to have to get it unpacked. They all need to get unpacked, find a home. We also need to get my inlay desk set up. I also need to figure out if my drill press is in its final location. Right now it is currently sitting on my chemicals cabinet. Not sure if that's ideal. I need to figure out wood storage. I'm sure many of you know that wood storage can become critical. In your shop, you don't want wood just lying around, much like it is in here. You want it easily accessible, even organized. I also want to figure out my clamp storage. I have quite a few clamps, and that's only going to grow over time. I should figure out somewhere to put them. I need to have a good sharpening station set up. Should be sharpening way more often than I have in the past, and a lot of that was due to not having a dedicated sharpening area. You're a lot more likely to sharpen if all it requires is to turn around, step up to a table, and start sharpening, rather than setting up your sharpening station every time. And finally, I'm going to want some more lighting. Now, I don't know if I'm going to get to all of these right away. I do want to get to work soon, and I have a lot of projects piling up. This isn't a trivial list. There's a lot of things on here. Some things I can't take care of right now, but I do need to get to work. I think the most important thing is to get finished unpacking. Right now there's boxes like this all over my workshop. Tools unceremoniously tossed around the inlay bench, a shadow of its former self. I wanted to take a moment to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm Chaz, Corbett of Corbett Made. I have a strong drive to make things, from scratch and by hand. I first started working on this in 2018 when my daughter was born. I had a lot of time late at night, and I spent that time learning how to restore and use hand tools. Since then, my skills have grown, and my ambitions gotten a little high. I've been able to expand my shop, adding power tools. I have a lot more to learn, and I have a lot of stuff that I want to make. I will say, I'm a bit of an introvert, and I'm not really used to talking out loud while I'm doing things. But it is something that I plan on working on. It is a valuable skill, even outside of making videos, especially if I want to teach my kids how to use these tools properly one day. Keep an eye out for more parts to the workshop setup coming soon. I'm also going to be working on a really nice plant propagation shelf pretty soon. Going to be making it out of this canary wood. If you're not familiar with a plant propagation shelf, it's a nice, handy little shelf that can be used to put plant cuttings or scions in to get them to start rooting. I'll be working on this as the first build on this channel. It's pretty small, good introduction. It's a simple enough project that you should be able to follow along and build one for yourself. The only joinery involved are 4-corner dovetails, and you drill a few holes. That's really just about it. Dimensions, thickness, they only matter as long as it goes together for this project. There are no specific sizes that I'm shooting for. I'm just going to be using whatever came out of the planer. So tune in next time when I try to make this into a little less of a mess.